Hello and welcome to Buzz Banter. I'm Das Hat.
And I'm Sam.
And today we bring you a movie review!
Yay! Expendables 2! There's a second one! We all knew it was coming. There's going to be a third one.
Of course there's going to be a third one. There's no way that you can have this much camp, this much accent, and this much star power, make a slight bit of profit, and not get a third film.
Especially when everyone wants to relive the glory days. But anyways, back to what we thought of Expendables 2. Who would like to start?
I think I'll take the first little foray into this. I'm grateful that the film doesn't try to be anything that it's not. It's literally just like, this is going to be campy action. We're going to roll, and then there's going to be stuff explode, and gunshots, and punching, and knives, and jokes, and then more punching and more guns. And boom booms.
A very rare quality in movies, in media in general, in the entertainment industry in general.
Where they just kind of full out admit, yes, this is what we're doing, just enjoy it for this.
Yes, not in video gaming, movies, comic books, everything like that. Like
exactly.
A lot of them just lie to you.
Exactly. Like, we've seen the trailers for that movie Possession, The Possession that's coming out. It's just like, oh, it's going to be like the new Exorcist and all of this stuff. It's like, oh, look at all the spooky stuff. No, it's just going to be... It's just going to be weird looking. That's it.
It's going to be terrible.
It's going to be a bad horror film.
Anyways, but yes,
and you get so much of that.
It gets a lot of goodwill because of this.
Yeah.
At least from us. I know on our end we get goodwill from me. It's goodwill from me.
It does. Like, it doesn't make the Michael Bay mistake of trying to have characters and all of that sort of thing. It's just like, no,
or just saying he's going to have characters.
It's just like, no, you're not. You're just going to have explosions and nice special effects, and if you just market it like that, it will be successful, and that's exactly what Expendables 2 did. That's what the first Expendables did.
Yes.
And you know what? Storyline...
doesn't exist in this
doesn't
movie.
matter.
It really doesn't.
There's no storyline to the film. It's literally just shoot things, and it's just like, hey, you remember when this guy was a major Hollywood star because he was in every movie, because every movie was an action star movie? Well, here he is again. And Jean-Claude Van Damme's back, finally, with his massive Botox!
Yes, oh my god, everyone in this movie, all the old guys, their faces were destroyed.
I felt so bad watching it because, like, oh, okay, it's wonderful to see all of, like, your childhood action heroes back. Because watching reruns of Demolition Man on TBS simply isn't enough. Oh, Peachtree TV, as it's called now.
Watching the Die Hard marathon.
Exactly. It's just not the same. But when you see all of, like, your old... all of the old actors come back together, it gets you a little excited, because
for the first time, actually. A lot of these guys, they've never been on screen before.
Like, not like back together, but you see them in, like, action hero roles for the first time in so many years.
Didn't we just have Live Free, Die Hard, and Rambo?
I'm making a point.
I'm trying to stop your point. But anyways.
Fair enough, but, like, essentially, they haven't been in the sort of movies that we grew up with, which were action for the sake of action.
But there's a reason those movies don't exist anymore, and that's because people's tastes have evolved. I tried to watch Double Impact, which is the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Oh my god, when he says lines at all, it's terrible.
It's so bad.
His accent was so much thicker back then. But anyways, you're obviously a little bit more pleased with the movie than,
Yeah, I had fun with it. It was enjoyable. It doesn't try to be anything that it's not. I'm a fan of Terry Crews and everything, and his Old Spice commercials.
Which he performs in this.
As idiotic as those commercials are. But, you know what? It's a fun romp, and it's kind of sad to see these people so old and kind of Botoxy.
I have to say, though, I had a few issues that prevented me from really enjoying it. One, Jet Li disappears after about 20 minutes.
Which I was kind of disappointed with, because I was just like, no, he's a small Asian guy. The small Asian guy always does, like, amazing things in the main
He had the best lines in the last one.
Exactly, he did!
But he literally, I mean literally, parachutes out of this movie. I'm not even joking. He parachutes out of the movie.
He jumps out.
He literally jumped off screen.
I want a normal life, and he's just whoo gone, and that's it.
Well, he actually joked about that, which made me think he might come back later in some surprise twist, which he doesn't.
Nope.
Spoiler alert. They use far too many "will be back" jokes.
It's all of these old lines from like the 90s and the 80s.
But it's the same line 4 times.
But it's not even just that line. It's just like other lines. It's like you have Chuck Norris come back to do a Chuck Norris joke.
For the sole purpose of doing a Chuck Norris joke.
He's there for literally maybe 10 minutes, and he's just there.
They even do a Terminator joke with Arnold. Arnold was like the worst for me.
Oh yeah,
despite the fact
they
that
hammed him up.
Oh, to like the bad part of hamming him up, not the good part. It wasn't the Commando part. We got I don't even know what movie. We got Junior.
Oh.
But yeah, all they did was like shoot stuff. They're not even in the movie. That him and Bruce Willis, they're not in the movie that much.
No,
it's mainly like the 5 guys. Jason Statham was awesome.
He really was, and that man, whoever did the training with him for his knife work and everything, fantastic job.
And surprisingly enough, I actually like Van Damme as a villain. He works villains really well.
He does when he looks like a human being.
And, yeah, he was satanic in this one. It was awesome.
That's true, but that shouldn't be because you've got botulism in your face.
Other characters you may not know is if you ever watched the movie Undisputed 2, action movie, that's his lieutenant character, the evil guy.
Mm-hmm.
He played Boyka in Undisputed 2. He was in there. I was shocked. I'm like, wow.
There's a lot of various older action heroes and like even like secondary characters from older action films and everything. It's definitely an enjoyable film, just as a sort of you sit there, you don't think about it, you watch things blow up, and you laugh at the one-liners.
Like I said, we were talking about this earlier. I had at least one expectation of this movie, which it didn't deliver on, which is why it disappointed me.
That's your own fault. It's the Expendables 2. Like the ad campaign goes out explicitly and says there's nothing to this.
It's true. I had a singular
and you had an expectation.
I had a singular expectation. I wanted it to be bigger and a little bit more gritty, and it wasn't that at all.
No. Instead, it was more explodey and a lot more campy.
Yeah, it was that. I wanted to go the other direction. I wanted to go right. It went left.
Actually, I think what we saw between these two films was essentially the progression of what the action genre was, which was it started off with like this sort of machismo, sort of heroic ideal. Like that machismo, like ideal is just like the guy that's just like pumped iron and everything that goes in, has the one-liners, can kill people with no. With the sort of.
I've never heard that term before.
You have never heard machismo. Oh my god!
I've never heard the term machismo.
I have to get you a thesaurus and a dictionary. It's like we need to play Scrabble sometime. I will trounce you.
I'm like machismo. You mean masculine?
Yes, but masculine in a different.
Oh, you mean misogynist?
No, not misogynistic. But yes, they were that too.
I was gonna say, because I'm like, that sounds like how it's spelled. But anyways, forget my lack of English skills.
Vocabulary. The word you're looking for is vocabulary. Which is itself a vocabulary lesson. Anyway. No, like, you had the older action movies, which kind of like the first Expendables film is just like a very threadbare plot line. You have a couple of one-liners, you have good action, and you have like the brothers in arms, and it's just like the hero being the hero. And then that gradually perpetuated, and it's like we can make it for cheaper, and people will still pay to watch it. And it turned into this campy sort of one-liner mess, which was like, don't stop or my mom will shoot sort of movies. And that's kind of the direction this went. It went like campy, rather than more of like that gritty thing that you were looking for.
Yeah, well, I was
shame on you for having expectation.
My expectation was Jet Li was in the movie.
Well, that was mine too. But you know what? Terry Crews is in there throughout, and
Terry Crews didn't do much. He
didn't do much in the first one.
There was one scene of dialogue where he actually spoke.
It doesn't matter. Every time I saw him on screen, all I could think was power from all of the Old Spice commercials, and that was good enough for me.
I just remember him saying Terminator was about it.
Why would you use that? Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, check it out if you're in for just like a quick, entertaining, explodey rush.
Yeah.
There's not really much to this. I can't recommend this as a good movie or a good film or anything.
No,
it's just a fun waste of time if you're willing to laugh at it. And I think that's the point of it.
You need to go there literally expecting nothing. Not even a good movie. You can't even expect that.
That's exactly how they made the film, and quite frankly, they were successful at it.
They were very successful.
And I'm not. And this is the first time I've been able to say that, and it's been a good thing.
It's the only time it's been a good thing.
Well, we'll see. If Michael Bay starts shooting straight, we might run into that again. But anyway,
you're talking about impossibilities.
Yeah, I know. It's like, we can dream. you can dream. Yeah. Anyway, so that's it for us. I'm Das Hat.
I'm Sam.
Check us out on our official webpage. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We haven't been telling people to do that.